You're watching KCCI 8 News.
And first at 10, a winter weather warning out there. Big change expected tomorrow.
Chief Meteorologist John McLaughlin has been monitoring the latest information, so let's get right to it.
We have been monitoring down to the second as things rapidly change. The radar right now looks a whole lot more like spring than winter time. We've actually had some reports of thunder, and we've actually seen the lightning strikes on our radar display. Some heavier rain now north of Sheraton and just to the south of Knoxville. Some moderate showers as you work your way around Creston and Winterset, and it's all lifting slowly up to the north. Now compare that radar we just saw with the computer model for about an hour from now, and it's very close. Computer models don't specifically show thunderstorms, but you can get the general idea that it is picking up on that area. Now I'm going to take you through the overnight and into tomorrow, and we're going to watch the wind and the snow again. So we're all rain for tonight. As we head into the early morning hours, we start to see some snow developing across northern Iowa and to the northwest. This system is going to delay the snow changeover until a little bit later in the morning than we talked earlier. So we'll take you through about 10 a.m. snow around Fort Dodge, the Carroll area, down close to Perry, and then gradually working its way on into the metro area. Here we are at 1 p.m. with moderate snow bands setting over central Iowa, still mixing in with some rain from time to time. So you kind of see that blue and purple, but look at the winds, 24 miles an hour. So as we get the heavier snow coupled with the wind, we will have near whiteout conditions in the rural areas. As the snow starts pulling away, surface winds will be in the upper 20-mile-per-hour range, but remember, this doesn't include the gusts, so we'll have gusts upward of 37 to near 40 miles an hour, and then the winds, especially in northeast Iowa, look at late in the evening, sustained 33 to 36 with gusts near 50, so it's going to be a very rough day starting around noon and then getting worse as we move into the afternoon. We've bumped up snowfall totals just based on the radar with all this moisture pulling north and still the probability of the changeover. So 3 to 6 metro, north metro up through Ames on into northern Iowa could see amounts of upwards of 7 inches. Now this doesn't count if we get some thunder snow, then all bets are off. So blizzard warning, the Ames area on to the north, winter storm warning right along I-80, and a winter weather advisory picks up a couple of those counties on into southern Iowa and clear back to the Nebraska border. A busy day tomorrow, and we'll have all the details starting bright and early with the early morning crew.
All right, indeed we will, John. Thank you very much. Meanwhile, central Iowans have been getting ready for tomorrow's storm all day today. KCCI's Laura Nichols joins us live from downtown Des Moines to explain. Laura?
Kevin, it's kind of the calm before the storm right now, but we found plenty of people today who wanted to be prepared for whatever tomorrow brings. At 50-something degrees, central Iowans soaked in the final hours Wednesday.
I'm out enjoying the weather, actually, so considering the fact it's supposed to be cold tomorrow.
But as the snow melted away outside, a different type of snow melt flew off store shelves.
Getting ready for the ice and the snow tomorrow.
And there you go.
Megan Hansen bought 2 bags because she couldn't take any chances.
Nurses and police officers and that kind of profession, you don't get to just call in or get the day off, so they rely on you to be there.
Across the street, people loaded up their carts with other essentials. Milk seemed to be the most popular item.
I'm pretty stocked up. I'm doing pretty good. I'm just worried about having to shovel it all. That's not going to be any fun.
Whether we see rain, snow, or both, many central Iowans are preparing.
If you don't have to go anywhere, I'd recommend you did stay home.
Because no one wants a repeat of last month.
I think it hasn't really been this extreme in the past, but it's Iowa, so you never know what's going to happen.
Now, Des Moines Public Works tells us they had a harder time preparing today. They weren't able to pre-treat the roads because the rain would just wash it all away, so that could make things difficult for tomorrow.
Laura, thank you very much. Now, as John mentioned, KCCI will be here bright and early tomorrow and throughout the day to bring you the best storm coverage. It begins bright and early, starting at 4:30 with KCCI 8 News this morning. You can get round-the-clock updates and watch our newscasts live at kcci.com. Use the KCCI mobile app.
New at 10, officials in Missouri have officially charged a middle school football coach in the abduction and death of 10-year-old Haley Owens. 45-year-old Craig Michael Wood is now facing first-degree murder charges. He is accused of grabbing the 4th grader off a neighborhood street. Wood has worked in the Springfield School District since 1998. Earlier tonight, Greene County Prosecutor Dan Patterson got emotional thanking all those involved in this case.
While they tragically were not able to save Haley, I want to express my appreciation to the citizens who are aware and alerted law enforcement, and to the Springfield Police Department and the Federal Bureau of Investigation, whose swift action, along with my Chief Assistant Todd Myers, allowed for the quick and speedy capture and charging of this offender.
Investigators also say the suspect and Haley apparently did not know each other, which is why tonight KCCI's Ryan Smith is sharing an important reminder for parents.
The disappearance and death of 10-year-old Haley Owens shocked a Southwest Missouri community. Walking home from school 1 minute, abducted the next. The fourth grader was only a block away from her destination.
Some of these things that you could go over with them is an acronym called Know, Go, Yell, Tell.
Erin Tukin is a child life specialist with Mercy Children's Hospital. Mercy Hospital promotes Know, Go, Yell, Tell for stranger safety.
Tell them that it's important to say no, to run away, go, run as fast as they can, yell while they're running, and then tell somebody that they trust.
The Missouri kidnapping comes as parents here in West Des Moines are already on high alert after a recent spike in stranger danger reports. Police are investigating 3 separate suspicious encounters just this month.
We're definitely going to be beefing up our patrols in and around the areas of our elementary schools during the times that our kids are, coming to and from school.
Both police and experts like Tukin stress parents should be specific about what kind of situations their children may encounter when walking home or playing outside.
Distinguishing safe strangers versus non-safe strangers. So when you're doing community errands, you can go around saying that this area might have some safe strangers, for instance, police officers and firefighters.
In each of the local encounters in West Des Moines this month, the kids ran to safety after being approached. West Des Moines police have not found a connection between those 3 incidents.
All right, Ryan, thank you.
A Marshalltown mom is speaking out to KCCI after 2 tragedies strike her family. Most recently, a fire ripped through her house this week. 4 members of her family inside at 503 East Boone Street in Marshalltown when the flames broke out. 16-year-old Michael Waltemeyer lost his life in that fire. Everyone else got out. It comes about 4 years after her other son, Anthony, died of cancer.
A whole section of my life seems to stop. Just stop with this. And there's still other sections, but to me, that's the most I lost. Just a part of life that's just done now.
The Waltemeyer's house, a total loss, was not insured. If you'd like to help out, you can donate to the Michael Waltemeyer Memorial at Farmers Savings Bank, 205 West Main Street in Marshalltown.
We're learning more tonight about a major bridge closing. Starting March 31st, the mile-long bridge over Saylorville will be closed for repairs. The giant abutments on each end of the bridge need to be replaced along with all the guardrails. It will be a big headache. The DOT says 7,700 cars drive over that bridge every day.
It'll probably affect a lot more than what people realize because there's a lot of people in the Aiken area that travel this route to work.
Repair work should be complete by May 22nd. There's a public meeting about the closure March 6th at 5 p.m. at the Community Center in Polk City.
And new at 10, a state judge in Nebraska has issued a ruling that could delay work on the Keystone XL pipeline project. The judge canceled Nebraska's governor's approval of the pipeline route, calling his decision unconstitutional. The proposed pipeline would carry crude oil from Canada through the Midwest to refineries in Texas. The judge said the decision of the pipeline's route should be made by the state's Public Service Commission, not the governor. A new threat tonight is facing airlines as U.S. security officials say new intelligence suggests terrorists may be trying to hide explosives in their shoes. Officials stress there is no specific threat or plot. This comes only 2 weeks after airlines received similar warnings about explosives in liquids or toothpaste tubes on flights bound for Russia and the Winter Olympics. And new video coming in from the Ukraine as anti-government protests continue. At least 26 people have been killed. Hundreds have been injured. Protesters are demanding closer ties with the European Union instead of Moscow. President Obama says Ukrainian leaders should avoid violence against protesters, and the U.S. is watching the situation, quote, very carefully. It is a big mistake that many teenagers make.
Next, why some want to see the law against sexting changed and the consequences facing teenagers who do send nude photos.
And he says his sentence is unfair, why one murder defendant says he should not have to serve 50 years behind bars.
Now, we've seen this scene, 2 people singled out on a kiss cam, surprise sign this hockey fan held up, and how it's turned this video viral. Hey guys, wake up to the very latest weather conditions on Thursday morning. We'll be here to tell you what happened while you were sleeping, and Curtis will update the timing of the storm as it moves closer. Plus, we put a lot of trust in them this time of year, but find out the 3 ways your tax preparer could be putting you at risk. It's information from real criminal cases last year, so you can protect yourself this year. We'll see you tomorrow on KCCI 8 News This Morning.
KCCI 8 News is here to help you start your day with weather forecasts every 5 minutes and constant weather updates on the bottom of your screen. So get in the know before you go with KCCI 8 News this morning.
All over, people have the look. It's called the new look of standard on the 2014 Honda CR-V with features like rear view camera, USB port, Bluetooth, Pandora compatibility, and more, all standard. It's no wonder Kelly Blue Book named Honda the best value brand. Get the new 2014 CR-V for only $219 a month at your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Visit centralmidwesthondadealers.com.
Fairway is your local grocery store, and we're sticking to what we do best. No games, no gimmicks, just great savings like these.
All flavors of Sunny D citrus drink, just 88 cents. 1 pound carton of Florida Red Ripe strawberries, only $1.88. 5-pound bag of Betty Crocker Idaho russet potatoes, 99 cents. All natural boneless skinless chicken breast, $1.88 a pound. And all natural whole boneless pork loin, $1.99 a pound with coupon.
Good morning. What can I get you?
Morning. I will have 1 square inch of waffle with 3 drops of syrup.
Okay.
Give me a super thin piece of ham, quarter strip of bacon. Super thin piece of ham.
Could I have a 1/3 of an egg over easy with 1 bite of hash browns?
You wouldn't eat like this in a restaurant. Why do it in a fast food place? The Country Fried Chicken and Gravy Breakfast Platter. An entire breakfast on a platter at Hardee's.
Well, folks, it's a big month right here with my good friends at Dewey Ford. It is our Truck Month sales event. You know, maybe it should be called Come Get America's Best Truck Every Day sales event. Get 2014 Dewey-powered F-150s with a 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty at no charge. And in case you hadn't heard, the F-150 doesn't just handle work, it owns it like a boss. So don't miss our Come Get America's Best Truck Every Day sales event.
Power up at Dewey. We are Ford Country. We treat you better.
From Iowa's news leader, this is KCCI 8 News at 10 with Kevin Cooney, Stacy Horst, Chief Meteorologist John McLaughlin, and Sports Director Andy Garman. This is KCCI 8 News at 10 in high definition.
More news from the courtrooms tonight as federal charges have been filed for the woman accused of kidnapping her newborn nephew. Kristen Smith is facing life in prison after authorities say she took Caden Powell from his Wisconsin home. Little Caden was found 29 hours later in a storage tub in sub-zero weather outside a gas station in West Branch. Here in Polk County at the courthouse today, an 18-year-old found guilty of second-degree murder says his punishment is unfair. A jury found Kent Tyler guilty in the death of Richard Doffenbaugh. Doffenbaugh was attacked last August near Wells Fargo Arena. Today, a Polk County judge sentenced Tyler to 50 years in prison, but Tyler said he was just protecting himself and should not be held accountable for the actions of the other suspects.
It's sad that somebody lost their life, but I was just protecting myself. And I'm not responsible for other people's actions. I feel like I shouldn't be held accountable for what they did, because I had no idea that they were going to do what they did.
There are 3 others who are facing murder charges in Doffenbaugh's death.
A Fort Dodge man has been charged a year and a half after jumping off the roof of the Webster County Jail. 23-year-old Tanner King broke several bones trying to jump from the roof to the building next door. Happened in September of 2012. And back then, his mom told KCCI she did not believe this was an escape attempt. But King is now charged with escape. He's also facing charges for burglarizing the Red Cross in Fort Dodge and burning down a local business back in June. He did agree to a plea deal last month, but then decided to take his guilty plea back. His next court date is set for Monday. Should sexting between teenagers be a crime?
Right now it is, and it can be a very serious crime, but with more and more teenagers admitting to sending nude photos, some Iowa lawmakers feel the penalties are too harsh. A bill has been proposed to make some sexting cases misdemeanors. Under current law, those under the age of 18 can be charged with a felony, and that could land them on the sex offender registry for the rest of their lives.
We're not in any way saying that sexting's okay. We're saying that the law needs to reflect the times, that a teenager who makes a bad decision shouldn't be held accountable for the rest of their lives by being put on the sex offender registry.
The bill would also allow some teenage sexting to be legal if it is consensual and the photos are not distributed to others. Meantime, tonight, the Ames Library was forced to close its doors today after a possible outbreak of norovirus. Crews came in to disinfect and clean the library after about 25 employees called in saying they were sick with headaches and vomiting. The library will be closed again tomorrow. It will reopen on Friday.
Now we check back in with Chief Meteorologist John McLaughlin following this developing weather situation.
Yeah, we've been running nonstop all day long, keeping track of things, updating the very latest, and I mean the very latest when we come right back.
Your weather every 5 minutes, every weekday morning. It's our promise to you when you wake up with KCCI 8 News this morning.
At Slumberland's President's Sale, it's all about the right price for the family economy. Up to 60% off. Get this sofa, your choice of 3 colors, just $3.99. Slumberland's President's Sale. Hail to the Chiefs.
This month, GMC is going to work for you, using new ideas and incredible thinking to bring you a professional-grade lineup of advanced engineering and higher standards. And with 2 years of scheduled maintenance on the entire GMC lineup, February is a great time for you to step up to a new GMC. Now through February 28th, use your February cash to lease this 2014 GMC Terrain SLE for around $199 per month.
At Fairway, family comes first. That's why you won't find us here on Sundays. We believe families need a day to slow down and spend time together. For 75 years, Sunday has been a day to rest and recharge. And over the years, it's become our secret to delivering superior service to our customers every other day of the week. Fairway, where family comes first.
It's just a few steps. For tradition, for innovation. A few steps so we can all stay connected and live better lives. And just a few steps for all the Touchstone Energy Cooperative members who got us here. Learn more about the power of your co-op membership.
Brought to you by Consumers Energy, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
At Slumberland's President's Sale, it's all about the right price for the family economy. Up to 60% off. Get this sofa, your choice of 3 colors, just $3.99. Slumberland's President's Sale. Hail to the Chiefs.
KCCI 8 Weather is sponsored by Stivers Ford Lincoln, Iowa's #1 Ford Lincoln dealer on the Waukee side of West Des Moines. From Iowa's weather leader, this is your KCCI Storm Team 8 forecast.
All right, a whole lot of information to get to tonight. The good news right now is it's all rain, even some thunder out there. Temperatures 41 degrees, pressure falling at 29.73. Here is what to expect as we head into the morning hours. The rain tonight, snow moving in by late morning. In fact, it may even be delayed a little bit closer to 11 or noon across the metro and points east. And we will have 4 to 6 hours of moderate snow, including the possibility of 1 to 2 inch per hour amounts. Now 1 inch amounts per hour over 4 to 6 hours. There you go, 4 to 6 inches. But if we get a little thunder mixed in, we will see higher amounts. So localized snow amounts greater than 6 inches, coupled with winds increasing during the afternoon, setting up a dangerous scenario, especially north central into northeastern Iowa, including here in the metro. Okay, here's live Super Doppler HD. What we're looking at is moderate rain to the south, as well as down to the southwest, Creston, south to Winterset, and also some showers down around Centerville and south of Sheraton. One of the cool things we look at behind the scenes here at Channel 8 that we don't show you on the internet because it's extremely complicated is our dual pole data. We can actually measure the raindrops, and we can tell whether they're kind of flat as they fall, whether they're round, or snowflakes are vertical. So we're seeing a mix of large and small drops just to the south where we showed you the heavier rain. Down across south central Iowa, the drops are much smaller, so the rain not as big of a deal. But when it switches to snow, we'll be able to see this in real time as we get into the morning hours tomorrow. Now this is computer model data. Again, we're talking about the showers, and they're very close modeled to where they actually are, lifting to the north. Then as the low pressure starts to develop, we'll start to pinwheel that cold air back in and get that changeover to snow tomorrow morning in the northwest counties. It will gradually work on through Carroll, Fort Dodge, up to Mason City toward mid-morning, and then get down into the metro toward later in the morning, including these streaks. We think these are going to be bands that will set up some localized heavy snowfall amounts. A tricky forecast because temperature is going to be at or just above freezing by a couple degrees, and we'll kind of mix in some rain at times, and that could affect those overall totals. The system starts to pull away during the afternoon, but still very strong winds will continue into the evening. I think in northeast Iowa we'll certainly see gusts upward of 50 miles an hour. Now we're going to show you projected computer model data. Now don't concentrate so much on the numbers here as these little bands that you see. The computer models are very high resolution, in this case 3 kilometers, and it's trying to pick out these bands, and I think in some cases the amounts will probably be double to what you see. So although the forecast out of just the raw numbers is 3 inches, we've updated the forecast for 3 to 6 here in the metro, counting on the fact that some areas are going to see these very intense snowfall bands of 1 to 2 inches per hour, and we've also doubled it up around Fort Dodge up through the Mason City area to 6 to 7, not as likely because of more rain down toward Ottumwa, so we'll go 1 to 3 down there. So these are the latest numbers that we just crunched and put together for you literally seconds before we came on the air. 35 tonight, rain likely, occasional thunder that switch over late morning into the early afternoon. Localized heavy amounts could exceed 6 inches and strong winds, so put those two together, quarter-mile viz or less. Going to be a very rough later afternoon on into the evening. Forecast on into the weekend is dry but very cool. 20s Saturday on into Sunday. No relief next week. No more 40s or 50s. We're back in the deep freeze.
Thanks a lot, John. Coming up, why this kiss cam video has gone viral. What's going on with these two? Stay with us.
Every newscast now live streaming at KCCI.com.
Stone, marble, quartz, custom countertops. Learn how to update your kitchen with granite, marble, and tile solutions. Find GMT on KCCI.com's great professionals.
What is everyone looking for when buying a new car or truck? A great price and enormous selection. We have over 170 2014 Ford Fusions. All sale price, $35 at $18,499. How about 130 2014 Ford Escapes? 18 priced at $20,499. Stop down today on Merle Hay Road or check us out on the web. Huge selection, great prices, oil changes for life. Only at Iowa's #1 Ford dealer, Charles Gabus Ford. Come see us today.
Let our family keep your family comfortable all year round. Call us today at 262-2229 or visit our website.
KCCI's closed captioning is brought to you by the Iowa Clinic. Our new primary care location in Urbandale is open. Dr. Sim Palagumi, Kelly Reed, and Amanda Johnson are all accepting new patients.
Right now, get any large sausage pizza for $10.
Casey's, famous for pizza. Your weather every 5 minutes, every weekday morning. It's our promise to you when you wake up with KCCI 8 News this morning.
This is just great. It's a video that's gone viral, seen by more than 1 million people.
Yeah, it's all from a shot of a kiss cam at a Minnesota Gopher hockey game. Adam Martin, a bit of a planner, he actually thought through the kiss cam thing when he brought his sister to the Valentine's Day hockey game. He made this sign just in case.
Bringing her to the game on Valentine's Day, that the perception, whether we're out before the game or at the game, that it was a date. So I wanted to make sure that there was a clean line, sibling line between the two of us.
Very clear, I ain't kissing my sister. Martin showed off the sign before the game. His sister said she was kind of skeptical of the sign at first, but definitely glad he had it. Andy Garman in Exo Sports.
This is Iowa, and you know that this winter isn't over yet. That's why we're committed to keeping you prepared.
It is treacherous out there.
With total team coverage.
We have had crews covering this winter storm all day.
With the most experience.
Watch the system as it comes down.
And the only live TV radar in town, informing you faster than anyone else.
A whole lot of snow on radar.
This is John McLaughlin and Storm Team 8. This is KCCI 8 News, Iowa's weather leader.
In the new issue of Sensible Health magazine, try our boredom-busting recipes adding nutrients to some classic favorites, plus indoor barbecue recipes, and get more antioxidants from your avocado. Pick up your free copy of Sensible Health at Fairway.
Toyota Des Moines has moved to a new location just off Highway 141 in Grimes. With a bigger inventory of 800 cars to choose from, Toyota Des Moines has the vehicle you've been looking for. We increased the number of service bays to 76, all designed to serve you better and faster. Our no-appointment new Express Lube can do up to 400 oil changes a day. Plus, the new Toyota Des Moines will soon have a car wash open 24/7. The all-new Toyota Des Moines. Better selection, better service, best price. Come visit us today.
Oh, cruncha muncha.
Cruncha muncha, cruncha muncha, cruncha. We're live?
Fritos on my sub. Cruncha muncha, cruncha muncha, cruncha muncha, cruncha muncha.
Fritos on my sub.
The new Fritos Chicken Enchilada Melt from Subway. Tender pulled chicken, authentic enchilada sauce with Fritos corn chips on top. It's the chicken enchilada with the gotta have it crunch. Only at one place, Subway. Eat fresh.
You waited over 1 year. You waited and waited. Now Truck Month is here at Terry Brothers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Ames, where you can buy new Ram 1500 quad cab 4-wheel drives. Purchase $339 a month. Motor Trend's repeat Truck of the Year. And get our lifetime engine warranty. Get the highest trade allowances and the credit you need. Truck Month, wait no more. Rush to the Terry Brothers of Ames now.
In the new issue of Sensible Health magazine, try our boredom-busting recipes adding nutrients to some classic favorites, plus indoor barbecue recipes, and get more antioxidants from your avocado. Pick up your free copy of Sensible Health at Fairway.
From Iowa's sports leader, this is KCCI 8 Sports.
A select few wrestlers in the state have a chance to walk away with 3 state championships in wrestling this weekend alone. You can win an individual title on Saturday. Your team can win on Saturday. Tonight, your team could win as a group at the state duels. Tony Seaman was there for the finals in 1A, 2A, and 3A.
And for the next few days, the world of wrestling will take over Wells Fargo Arena, and it all started today with the state duel meet. After a long day of wrestling, the finals wrapped up the night. And in Class 3A, it was the battle of 2 titans, Southeast Polk and Bettendorf. Started off at 220 pounds, that Southeast Polk's Ethan Anderson gets a quick pin on Max Erpelding. Then in the heavyweights, Southeast Polk's Jacob Marnin and Bettendorf's Ian Berkland, cameramen beware. Later on, Marnin would get the pin, and just like that, the Rams have a late lead. But Bettendorf would fire back in the lightweights. At 106 pounds, Jack Wagner would pin Adam Brown. Then Jacob Schwarm pins Austin Brommel for the win. Bettendorf, your Class 3A champions, they beat Southeast Polk 35-27.
Bettendorf's a great team, and
And, you know, a couple matches didn't go the way that maybe we expected, but, you know, that's the breaks. So real proud of our kids and the effort they displayed tonight.
In the Class 1A finals, Clarion Goldfield was up against Don Bosco. At 120 pounds, Josh Portillo would get a tech fall for Clarion, and they take an early lead. Then Joel Haberman would get an 8-6 decision, and Clarion Goldfield would go on to win the 1A title 32-29.
It's just a kind of a culmination of hard work and kids' togetherness, believing in themselves, and I think it's a first state title I think our school's won in probably the last 30 years, so I'm just happy for the kids and happy for our community.
At Wells Fargo Arena, Tony Seaman, KCCI, Iowa's sports leader.
Wrestlers, clear the mats, please. Wrestlers, clear the mats. We get going in the individual tournament tomorrow, 9 a.m. 2A breaks the ice at Wells Fargo Arena. Women's basketball, the Iowa State Cyclones were thrilled to not have to see Brittany Griner when they went to Baylor. The bad news is they still had to see Odyssey Sims, who's the nation's leading scorer in women's basketball, and Iowa State ran into a buzzsaw. Jada Buckley, nice baseline drive for two, but Sims, the story, cannot leave her wide open, and Iowa State did. She had 24 points and 9 assists on the night. Baylor blows Iowa State's doors off. Final score 89-51 the final. Cyclones get run out of Waco. They're back in action at home on Saturday when ISU hosts the Texas Longhorns. You can watch that game on Cyclones.tv. Men's college basketball, #1 Syracuse has been flirting with disaster. Close finishes all year, and tonight their luck ran out. Unranked Boston College goes in to the Syracuse Orange layer and knocks off the Orange from the ranks of the undefeated 62-59 in overtime. Wichita State, the only undefeated team left in Division I. The D-League has had enough of flopping. Defensive players crashing to the ground and first touch and an opposing player trying to draw a foul. So starting tomorrow, officials at games in the NBA's minor league will have the power to assess technical fouls to anyone found guilty of flopping. It's an experimental rule this year, and it may be passed on to other leagues beginning next year. A little racing at Daytona. The Daytona 500 is this weekend. Today we're just practicing, right? We're just practicing. Everyone take care of... Oh, what a mess. 7-car pile-up. Everyone ended up okay, except for the catch fence at Daytona, which needed some serious repairs after this wild ride.
Yeah, the one thing we did...
The President's Day sale at Carl Chevrolet is the perfect time to experience what being #1 means for you. Choose from over 2,000 new, pre-owned, or commercial vehicles, all sale tagged with President's Day pricing. Plus, save even more with Auto Show bonus cash on new 2014 models. Selection, service, 100% satisfaction. When it comes to value with your next vehicle, there's not a better time than now.
Your dealer for life, Carl Chevrolet. Give your bathroom a fresh new look with Pfister faucets from Menards. Right now, they're all on sale. Choose from the single-handle Verano or two-handle Solita High Arc, both in a chrome finish, $59 each. Make a stylish statement with new porcelain tile from Ranyo, all on sale. The Concerto collection in 2 colors is only $179 each. The Tega collection has an authentic wood grain look in 2 colors, $219 each. Save big money at Menards.
Any excuse to hibernate. The all-weather drive Lexus RX, GX, and LX. Confidence, regardless of the conditions. Lease the 2014 RX 350 for $399 a month for 36 months. See your Lexus dealer.
My town, my Taco John's.
Taco John's fish tacos start in a fresh sea of swirling Southwest spices. Waves of flavor roll with zesty fajita sour cream and a savory crust of seasoned tortilla breading, topped with golden cheddar cheese. Don't forget the lime. An ocean of real ingredients, all wrapped up in Taco John's fish tacos. Catch them while you can.
My Taco John's.
KCCI cares about the community, and that is why each year we are proud to support children and families of Iowa's Kids Fest presented by Viridian Credit Union.
Kids Fest is Friday, February 28th through Sunday, March 2nd at the Iowa State Fairgrounds with over 125 vendors with kid-friendly activities, special guests, and free stage shows. You're sure to have a blast.
And the best part is that proceeds go towards helping Iowa's most at-risk children and their families.
Be sure to get your discount coupons at local Fairway stores or at Viridian Credit Union locations.
See you at Kids Fest.
Today's Market Report is sponsored by Wells Fargo Advisors. Here are tonight's winning Powerball numbers.
Lots of puddles out there. Be careful not to drench your fellow Iowans as you're driving around. Snow by around midday tomorrow. Heavy snow will be on the ground this time tomorrow night.
Of course, all your latest news, weather, and traffic tomorrow morning at 4:30.